a lot of the streets that we've grown up with here in this community over the past several decades don't really look that great, and they don't feel that great, and we only can make beneficial use of them when we're in our car, and that's kind of a depressing thing. For us at the RTC, what we're trying to do is transform each street one at a time. A complete street is a street that's designed for every mode of transportation, not just the automobile. It still is designed for the automobile with some nice lanes for cars to travel in, but also is designed with the pedestrian in mind. It's also designed to be comfortable for people who want to ride their bike, whether there's a bike lane there with actual right-of-way set aside for a bike or not. If you're on a bike, you can feel comfortable with a smaller volume of traffic next to you with a slower speed. And it's also designed for the transit mode as well. So a complete street, to summarize, is a street that's designed with all modes of transportation in mind. It's important to be able to walk to transit and be safe and to feel comfortable. And notice the very wide sidewalks that we have. This is part of the City of Las Vegas's master plan. Not only is there the wide sidewalk, but notice the landscaping. There's also a special, unique design for the street lights. The traffic signals even have a special look to them where it's different than the standard traffic signal. Complete street here, notice that we do have one lane each way for cars. It's fairly narrow, and so the cars have to, it calms the traffic. Here in the middle of the street, we have two dedicated bus lanes with some landscaping in between. And we really think this is a very well designed thoroughfare for all modes of transportation. Whether you're walking like you see these people walking here, there's dedicated right-of-way for transit that speeds up the buses so that they actually are faster than the cars in this corridor. And that's a big advantage for transit, is to make it faster than the automobile can go. But the landscaping also provides a protective barrier between the sidewalk and between the thoroughfare and between the transit, and it just really makes it really spruces up the corridor and makes it much more attractive than it used to be.
City of Las Vegas is doing a couple of things to promote complete streets. Number one, we've made changes to our zoning code, which now requires complete streets or amenities for pedestrians, bicycles, and transit on the new streets that we develop in the City of Las Vegas. So that's one of the things that we're doing. Secondly, we're working with the Regional Transportation Commission in developing retrofit standards for complete streets, looking at our existing streets where we don't have adequate sidewalks or we don't have bicycle lanes, and looking at ways that we might be able to add those at a later date. So through those two efforts, we are promoting complete streets here in Las Vegas.
Well, currently we have streets that are already demonstrating complete streets design elements in them, particularly in places like downtown Las Vegas and Henderson. At the same time, our local land use planners are starting to update their development codes to include sustainable transportation options in them. So what we're doing is trying to capture that momentum by doing this regional complete streets study. And the main goal of that study is to create design guidance and policies that fit the region, particularly here in Southern Nevada, and get buy-in and eventually get adopted.
And when you have a complete street type of environment, it's safe and it's comfortable for people to walk or to bike. And when we're forcing everybody to get in a car to go anywhere they want to go, it really is unhealthy and unsafe. We have a lot of excessive and unnecessary automobile exhaust that deteriorates our air quality.
Yeah, I mean, how healthy we are often is determined by the community that we live in, and it's the environment around us that often has as much impact on our health as just our healthy, the choices that we make. I mean, it makes sense. In order to make healthy choices, you have to have options available to you. Your environment has to have those supports, such as, say, food stores and farmers markets and walking paths that allow you to have access to fresh foods and then give you opportunities to get out and be outside and to walk and to be physically active.
I think that's a very important aspect about one of the health benefits of complete streets is you provide the facilities. If they're safer, they're offset from the automobile traffic. People are going to use them and they're going to walk, they're going to bike, and it really does help you get to know your neighbors as well as improve your physical activity.
Well, there's a couple of different ways that it assists in our business areas. Number one is we're reinvesting in the existing areas of the city. For example, the improvements that you see here on Fremont Street. We've come in, we've added sidewalks, we've added landscaping, which is an incentive for businesses to make improvements as well. By having those amenities available, pedestrians begin to feel safer and more able to walk to stores and things like that. And so by encouraging that type of activity, it also helps to support our businesses as well.
I mean, the mission of public health is to create conditions in the community in which people can be healthy and safe. And that's something that requires a lot of different partners in the community to come together to see that those conditions are in place. So as a health district, we work with many different partners in many different sectors across the community, working through different coalitions, working with the school district, with the Regional Transportation Commission, with all the governing bodies within Clark County. And ultimately, the goal that we're all striving for is to make the healthy choice the easy choice.
We were really pleased when the health district approached us and they said, we want to know what you're doing about complete streets because we think they're really a crucial thing for improving the health. It was really difficult because we've been working on this for so long, and all of a sudden we realized there's a great ally in the Health District of Southern Nevada for doing what we think is important and what we feel passionate about. They also felt the same way.